TV Sports gets out of the block with some track and field news as Jamaica's hunt for precious metal at the World Athletics Indoor Championships will start tomorrow morning Jamaica time at Stark Arena in Belgrade, Serbia. Among the Jamaicans in action on the opening day are Tokyo Olympic Games relay gold medalists Brianna Williams and Sharika Jackson in the women's 60 meters and Daniel Thomas Dodd in the women's shot put. Jamaica is also expected to be in action in the men's and women's 400 meters first round and semifinals. A 16-member team including 13 women and 3 men are representing the black, green and gold at the 3-day championships, where they will seek to surpass the 2 silver medals won last time the event was held 4 years ago in Birmingham, England. Thomas Dodd and triple jumper Kimberly Williams won Jamaica's 2 medals at that event. Stephanie Ann McPherson, Ranisha McGregor and Janelle Bromfield are down to contest the 400 meters tomorrow, while Christopher Taylor will be the lone Jamaican in the men's equivalent. On to cricket news now. Marizane Cap was again the hero as South Africa came through to beat New Zealand by 2 wickets in yet another tight finish at the Women's World Cup today. Cap, whose all-round performance was key to beating England, picked up 2 wickets in New Zealand's 228 all-out. The Proteas were easing to the target, only to lose 3 wickets for 9 runs and find themselves 170 for 5. With 27 needed from 4 overs, Cap made it 6 from 1 and ended on 34 as the game was won with 3 balls left. In beating New Zealand for the first time at a World Cup, South Africa moved to 4 wins from 4 games. They join tournament favorites Australia on 8 points and probably only need 1 more win for a shot and a place in the semi-finals. Golden State Warriors superstar point guard Steph Curry is out indefinitely after being diagnosed with a sprained ligament in his left foot. The Warriors are optimistic Curry can return by the start of the NBA playoffs next month. Meanwhile, Boston Celtics point guard Marcus Smart said he would never intentionally hurt another player after a collision with Curry in Boston's 110-88 win last night. Smart dove for the ball and crashed into Curry's leg, with Warriors coach Steve Kerr calling it a dangerous play. The incident provoked anger on court and Curry had to limp out of the game. The incident in the second quarter left Curry needing an MRI scan to assess the damage. Elsewhere, the Dallas Mavericks ended the Brooklyn Nets' 4-game winning streak thanks to a 3-pointer from Spencer Dinwiddie with the final throw of the game to make it 113-111. Giannis Antetokounmpo scored 36 points as the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Sacramento Kings 135-126. The Philadelphia 76ers enjoyed a 118-114 win over the Cleveland Cavaliers, largely thanks to 35 points from Joel Embiid, who was celebrating his 28th birthday. Devin Booker's 36 points helped the Western Conference leaders Phoenix Suns to a 129-112 win over the Houston Rockets, and Nikola Jokic scored 29 points as the Denver Nuggets beat the Washington Wizards 127-109. Karl Anthony Towns, who scored the NBA's season-high 60 points on Monday, was in good form again, scoring another 30 points in the Minnesota Timberwolves' 124-104 demolition of the Los Angeles Lakers. There were also wins for the Charlotte Hornets, the New York Knicks, the San Antonio Spurs, the Utah Jazz, and the Toronto Raptors. Still on basketball, 7-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Griner's detention in Russia for the possession of vape cartridges containing hash oil has been extended until May 19, this according to Russian news agency TASS. TASS reported that the Kimkinsky Court of the Moscow region ruled to detain Griner for at least 2 more months. Ekaterina Kalugina, a member of Public Monitoring Commission, a semi-official body with access to Russian prisons, told TASS Griner was sharing a cell with 2 other women with no previous convictions, adding that Griner's only issue was that the prison beds were too short for her 6'7" frame. Without identifying Griner, a center for the Phoenix Mercury, the Russian Customs Service said earlier this month a player was detained in February after arriving at Moscow's Sheremetyevo's airport on a flight from New York. And finally, in the sports news tonight, nursing a foot injury, Rafael Nadal improved to 18-0 this season, edging Riley Opelka 7-6, 7-6 in the fourth round of the BNP Paribas Open. Last year, Nadal's playing time was interrupted by COVID-19 and injuries, creating doubt about the Spanish star's ability to recover well enough to maintain this exacting standards. But he won his record first 21st Grand Slam title at the Australian Open in January and has continued on a tear. Nadal has already withdrawn from the Miami Open that follows Indian Wells, as he wants extra time to prepare for the clay court season that isn't as punishing as hard courts. Meanwhile, French Open organizers have said Novak Djokovic is allowed to defend his title as the tournament prepares to stage what is expected to be the first Grand Slam without any coronavirus-related restrictions since the pandemic began 2 years ago. On Monday, France lifted restrictions in almost all public spaces except for hospitals, nursing homes, and public transport, meaning the Roland Garros Stadium should be operating at full capacity. Russian tennis players, including top-ranked Daniil Medvedev, will also be admitted to play in the French Open, but as neutral athletes because of the war started by their country in neighboring Ukraine. And those are the stories making sports news tonight. I'm Christopher Scott. Remember, stay safe and pleasant viewing.